I am a pediatric colon cancer survivor. I was diagnosed with colon cancer when I was 11 years old. I went through surgery for the tumor to be resected, and then I went through 6 months of chemotherapy, and I've been cancer-free since. So I remember my very first night of getting chemo. The girl next to me was losing her hair, and so she was just crying all night long, and there were clumps of hair falling out, and that was pretty eye-opening for me because I don't think I knew what to expect, and so that was scary. There would be a time where I'd be just really sick and kind of beaten down. My body would just feel bad. I'd have a lot of side effects from the chemo. Another problem that I had was I would have diarrhea a lot, and so it was just like, it felt like hours of sitting on the toilet and just like, it just felt like it was never gonna end. I just felt tired all the time. I was, for a long time, really nauseous, and I would vomit a lot. At one point, I got so sick that I couldn't even walk on my own, and my mom had to carry me into the hospital. And then it was really hard to readjust going back to school. I remember my first day back at school, just after maybe an hour, I got so overwhelmed just being there with all these kids, and I don't know why, but so then I was like, I just wanted to go home, so I went to the nurse, and I was like, I have a stomach ache, and then my grandma came and picked me up, and eventually it just became normal. But then for a while my hair was growing back out, I still kind of felt just different and out of place as I was still making that transition. So for 2 years, going to school, I would just kind of feel just odd and kind of out of place. I still struggle with it sometimes when I think about it, and when I talk about it, it still occasionally makes me cry. There was a time where I couldn't even think about it or talk about it to people who would ask without crying. But I definitely still struggle with it sometimes. 'Cause some of those emotions just, I think, after it was over, I kind of just blocked some of it out and I didn't deal with it, and so sometimes they still come up when I talk about the story.
And what do you think emotions and specifically that you struggle with?
Just sad. Sometimes I don't even know. I don't even know why I start crying when I talk about it. It's hard to tell you how I feel. I don't know if it's a mixture of sadness, being scared. When I start crying, I don't know why. I wish there was something that I could just fix and make it feel better. And I love it. I'm so happy that I made this decision. I think almost every single day when I am in contact with these patients and I get to talk to them and try to help them, feel better, or even just be there supporting them as they share, the struggles that they're dealing with, I just know that I chose the right path, and that I'm actually really thankful that I had cancer and I had to go through that experience so that I could figure out that this is what I was meant to do.